Something is happening on Reddit where good people with good intentions and a good heart are just posting the most deranged interior design ideas and suggestions, and I don't know what's happening to them, but I want to help. Welcome the heck back, y'all. One of the most popular videos on my channel is this video I made trying to help the anonymous men of Reddit with their interior design problems. And we haven't touched Reddit since. Reddit is a very cool place. I love Reddit. It's also a very scary place because there's, I want to say no rules. So we're making a return. We're making a return today. I've been scrolling through interior design Reddit, and there are some great questions posted on there, and then there's a lot more crazy things posted, and I want to address some of the crazy ones today. And something's in the water over here too, and I'm just feeling sassy. So please forgive me for whatever I say. Let's go. Here is a post I found on the home decorating subreddit, and it's titled, "How would you place the LED light strips?" The Redditor posted photos of their kind of like rustic cabin. It's got these cool exposed beams, a vaulted ceiling, this old fireplace. Look at that old wood door, very fun. And they wrote, "This is our living room that only gets direct sunlight from the window in the back door. My goal is to provide more light without the use of the ceiling fan. AI helped me with visualization." Okay, red flag. "And I got the general idea, but not only would it be difficult to place LED strips so extensively, but also I am not sure it would look good. Any thoughts?" Cool. And then they have a photo that I guess is the AI generated visualization of where to place the LED strips. I'm gonna lend my design 2 cents. In this particular situation, given the beams, the vaulting, like the rustic kind of cozy look, I would say the best place to place LED strips would be in a sealed box in the back of your car so you can easily return them to your local gaming store, and then while you're out you can pick up a couple of table lamps. That is the best placement for your LED strips. So let's rant. If you want a space age gamer den meets Gravitron interior, yes, LED lights will definitely get you that vibe. But given that you bought a rustic cabin in the woods with original exposed beams and brick and solid wood doors, I'm guessing you might not like the feeling of living in the Gravitron. So point number 1, I would say just like, do not forget the style of the home you bought. So like space age gamer haven meets rustic cabin, there's gonna be a lot of clash there, and you might have a little more light in the room, but I think it's going to really bum you out with the overall look. Point number 2, let's say you do want your rustic cabin to look like the inside of the Gravitron. That's fine. In order for your space to look remotely like this AI image, you are going to need to purchase a very specific kind of light strip, install them very professionally, hide about 1 million wires in order for it to not look like a total goof fest. Otherwise, the end result will be very sad. And point number 3, even if you were able to successfully place your LED light strips in the exact way shown in this photo, LED lights will not provide nearly enough light to light an entirely dark space, especially with a vaulted ceiling. Strip lights can be really effective for accent lighting, uplighting on a shelf or a bookcase or like around a border, accent lighting. It is not ambient lighting. Now remember, when we're talking about lighting, there's really 3 main categories. We've got ambient lighting, that's lighting up the whole room in a general glow. We've got task lighting, that's directional lighting for like reading a book, working on your computer, lighting the stove so you can cook or whatever. And we've got accent lighting, fucking LED strip lights just in corners, just like, it's not that functional, it's just a little bit of vibe. It's not that functional. Now, the TLDR here is we gotta stop using AI as a design consultant. I'm not totally against AI. I think AI is a tool. Lots of tools can be helpful and or useless depending on how you use them. What I mean is that I think AI is actually pretty helpful for interior design in helping you decide like if you might enjoy purple in your room at all. But it is not very good for telling you if this specific purple paint is going to end up looking like that in your room. It is not good for giving you taste. AI is not going to be able, not yet, to deliver taste to you. So if you want to design a room with taste, AI is not your guy, okay? You can give them a task to execute and they will do the thing you say. But right now, AI for interior design is not able to vet whether the thing you tell it to do is a good thing to do. It'll just do it for you. And it will make it look unrealistically perfect. So AI is going to hand you a photo where like the lights look perfectly executed. They're creating a perfect glow in the room that these lights would not provide. If you could even install them this way without it looking janky as hell. TLDR, AI can sometimes be a helpful like mock-up tool, but it is not a designer and it cannot give you taste. I see a lot of people on Reddit getting misled, getting done dirty by thinking AI can give them taste, and it can't. Point number 2, this image has no taste. Point number 3, this image depicts an idealized version of LED light strips that illuminate a huge vaulted ceiling space in a way that defies the laws of physics. Number 4, buy some lamps. Vary the heights. The end. Okay, I'm about to get mad again. I found this posted on the subreddit Home Decorating, and the Redditor titled it, "What paint color to make this hallway pop?" And they wrote no description. They just posted photos of this hallway. It's tough, it's tough. So what we got here is a windowless, yellowed mustard, shiny hallway. Very long, very narrow. And I don't know why, but there's something about a hallway that's like too long that scares the shit out of me. Like, I want to say this hallway is too long. It's scary. And then there's all the different doors, and then it's so narrow. It's claustrophobic. Yeah, it feels like a horror movie hallway where it's like you can hear your friend calling your name. You guys have gotten like separated, you've gotten split up, and you can hear your friend like softly like calling your name like Caroline from the other end of the hall, but you feel like you last saw them outside and you're like, what? Are you down there? And you're like slowly walking to them and they're like, Caroline, in this like weird happy tone, even though like people have been dying all night and it's like not a happy vibe, it's kind of a scary vibe, but then they're all like lilty all of a sudden and you have to walk by all these different doors and all these different turnoffs and they're like, Caroline. That's this hallway. So what color to make it pop? It's a great question. I'm gonna start off by saying, it's not just the color. It's not just the color of the walls that are a problem here. It is the super narrow, windowless hallway with high Kelvin haunted lighting and a portal to the upside down located on the ceiling. And no, the mustard walls don't help. One thing we're gonna wanna do is change out those light bulbs. You have a super high Kelvin light bulb, which is gonna be that more blue glow. You want to go low Kelvin, like 2700 to 3500 Kelvin for your light bulbs. It's going to instantly get warmer. Do not get fooled by the light bulbs that have been branded daylight. It is in fact not representative of the light of day. It is the light of murder. You want soft white, okay? That's what you want. Now, as far as like colors for the wall, I would definitely go with a softer color. Whatever color you pick, not something too dark or too harsh because it's already very harsh in here. There's no natural light flooding in. It's just the overhead light coming down, like it's already a harsh vibe, right? People have died here. It's a harsh atmosphere. So you wanna go something with something soft. Now to narrow down to specific colors, you have these very fun parquet floors and it's like quite orange toned. So if you want a pop, that means something relatively opposite the color wheel of orange. So I'd say you might do like a light blue, a very soft, slightly grayed out blue will have really nice contrast with the orangey floors. A soft blue, not a harsh blue, not a hard blue, a soft blue. And I'm gonna say, let's go ahead and make sure that the paint sheen is not a high gloss, not high gloss like in this photo, because it looks like the walls are sweating and that's not helping, it's not helping to counteract the haunted feel. I think an eggshell finish on your paint will do just fine. And you can keep the wainscoting, I never know how people want me to say it. You can keep the wainscoting white, or you can bring in a little bit of whimsy. I think whimsy and charm would be fun because at the end of this hallway, there is likely a funeral. So like, let's just have fun where we can. You could do that by painting the wainscoting, trim, and doors like all the same color. You could even do a different color on top. It's a little bit of whimsy. But that's not all, okay? The best way to make your hallway feel like people actually live there instead of die there is to bring in signs of human life. A little bit of art, photographs, nicely framed ones. Don't hit me with that black IKEA frame. Get a nice frame. Basically evidence that someone was once here and will be here again soon. That no one has died, that we know of. You want to bring in those signs of life. That will bring so much warmth, like emotional warmth, to this hallway. There are a lot of other fun things you can do with a hall, for sure, but that should get you started. Be safe out there. Okay, I got a little out of control there. I'm gonna try to take a breath. This Redditor says, what to do with this weird little corner space? And they write, okay, I have this corner thing in the middle of my room and I'm not really sure what to do with it. I had my desk there and I don't really feel like moving it back. What would you do with the space? Let's see. Oh, yeah, I don't like that. I just went to the third picture and was like, no, I don't like that. Okay, I have seen a lot of similar posts on interior design Reddit being like, this awkward niche or this little corner is like throwing off the vibes. I don't know what to do with it. I would be able to decorate if not for this crazy corner. And I wanna flip that perspective on its head. Listen to me right now. An awkward space is an opportunity for charm. You don't get charm in a room that just has like 4 equal walls, no niches, no weirdo, just like everything is like average and correct. No charm. You gotta struggle for charm there. So these weirdo niches, these awkward, strange, like unusual parts of your room really is an opportunity. If you can embrace it and play it up, it will be that thing where other people look at your space with envy and are like, oh, no fair, I don't have one of those, so my room can't ever look like that. I promise you, this is what people post all the time. And it's all about how you play it up. So when you're faced with that part of your space that is just like weird or random and not perfect, that is the opportunity for charm. It is the opportunity for coziness usually as well, okay? The weirdness is the way. The weirdness is the way. With a space like this, I would 100% get a chunky little dresser that just barely fits into there, like a nice little antique dresser, some nice warm wood that just barely fits in there, real snug and tight, and maybe a nice little Roman shade or so over the window, and just make it the cutest little niche ever. People are going to be so mad at you about this. They're going to be so jealous. They're gonna say, I wish I had a niche like that. Or you can go full like Victorian built-in furniture and properly build it in. That is like, oh, people get so mad about stuff like that. People get so jealous when they see homes with like the built-in dresser, the built-in wardrobe. This is an asset. Both of those are just like whimsy fun time. Alternatively, you can think about like what functionality you would like to add as an accessory to the space. If you had a niche like this in a bedroom, maybe you want a little vanity area right in there. If you have this in like a living space, maybe you want a little reading corner in there. Please slap it with a sconce, slap it with a cushion. We're golden. Maybe you really need a little work desk niche. Maybe you need a storage niche. You can have so much fun with this guy. This niche is the way, okay? That weird thing in your home is the thing people will be jealous of if you can find the way to play it up correctly. That is the thing that people will be like, oh man, I wish I'd move into a house that had a little niche like that. I'll never be able to have a beautiful house until I move into a little niche like that. Okay, this is what they will say. I see the comments, that's what they'll say. The weirdness is the way. Okay, well now since we're doing advice for interior design, let me pause for a moment and also give you some advice for your boobs. This video is sponsored by Skims, and that was a very good transition, I think. As I've shared before, I have severe scoliosis. I wore a back brace for 18 hours a day for 10 years, which is why I have this great personality now. But I still have daily back pain, so I am extraordinarily picky about the bras I wear. That's why I love talking about Skims, because I need a bra to be comfortable, and I would also like it to be cute if possible. And all the back pain girlies know that's hard to find. This is Skims Skims Lace Scoop bralette. I'm wearing it in white underneath here. This is a bralette from their lightweight cotton collection, so it's super, super light. It's when I just like wanna have like the lightest possible thing on. I'll wear this around the house, running errands, doing chores, doing DIY projects. And so it's like very light, very comfortable, but it's also adorable. It's like a thick lace band here, sweet little bow on top. If I wear a bralette, it has to have a thicker strap. It can't just be like a thin strap, and it has to have a full back. Otherwise, I'm getting severe upper back pain. This is one of their limited edition colors, so you need to like go and check if this one is in stock right now. But that's one of my favorite things about Skims. They have the cutest patterns and the cutest colors. I love like pink and red together, so freaking fun. And they always have different limited edition color options. From a girl with a lot of back pain, Skims has the most comfortable bras. They also have the cutest cuts and colors and little details that go a long way. So I still feel cute while I'm trying to be functional. And you can shop my favorite bras and underwear at skims.com. And if you love me, let them know I sent you. You can just select YouTube and my name in the survey after checkout. Mwah! Excuse me, don't include that page. People hate my burps. Excuse me. Well, you can bleep them. All right, cool. Here's another post I found in the Design My Room subreddit. So many fun subreddits. And the Redditor wrote, "Help! Struggling with curtains in an oddly shaped window." And they wrote, "What kind of curtains should we use in the living room? There is a ledge on each window that pops out, and the only kind of rod we can use is a tension rod due to the walls. Help." I know that these are hung too low, waiting for my tall partner to bring them up higher. And then they included some photos of a really cool, like sort of industrial space with these giant windows with these cool old panes. I'm gonna go ahead and say a hot take right now, which is that I think the shape of these windows is not odd. I think this is as close to a rectangle as a person can get. I think these are very normally shaped windows. Don't put your windows down like that. Now, as for the question of what to do with these curtains, what kind of curtains, I'm gonna say this one is my fault. This is the fault of people like me on interior design, social media, who are always telling people to get some curtains on it. And the truth is, it depends. There's actually a lot of instances where curtains are gonna lead you astray. So I'm gonna say this one's on me. I'm sorry if I gave you that advice. I don't know that we want curtains in this room. Let me explain. So ideally, adding curtains will enhance your wall, enhance your window, and enhance the whole room. But sometimes adding curtains would detract from the beauty that's already in your space. For example, in my own living room that I'm filming in right now, I have these beautiful bay windows, historic millwork around them, and these crazy beautiful wood shutters. Putting curtains over these windows would just block the woodwork. It would block the shutters. It would block what is so singularly beautiful about these windows. I ain't gonna put up any curtains here. So in this Redditor space, I would say, number one, yes, the curtains are hung at a crazy height. You're literally kind of blocking the windows. But even if you hung them higher, I don't feel that they're enhancing your space. Now, when we look at this Redditor space, the windows are like the coolest part of it. Both the panes themselves, the frame itself, their size, all of it. It's so, so cool. I don't think we need to do much to change it. Like, that is natural beauty. And I think you'd be better off just leaving curtains out of the conversation, leaving them out of it. If you really want something for privacy or for light filtering, you can do a Roman shade or a pull down shade. You can get different light filtering options, but there's a lot of different ways you can go with window treatments that are not drapes. And when you're trying to choose what window treatment to do or not do in your space, you wanna ask yourself these questions. So first of all, you need to take in the tone of the room. This is a very like industrial room, and you want to pair that with the window treatment that will complement that well. So, cheat sheet on window treatments. Drapes are going to feel very elegant, very grand. Cafe curtains are going to feel very charming and kind of like quaint. If you want to go a little fresher, like a little more contemporary than a drape, you might want to go with a Roman shade. It can still be cozy and homey, but it's gonna be a little fresher, a little more modernized. And then if you wanna go full on modern, you get one of those pull down shades that sits inset in the window frame. And then if you want like a super minimalist, clean or modern look, keep that window bare, depending on what kind of window it is. Now we gotta examine our windows. Is the window something that is beautiful on its own? Is it already a showstopper? Is it already a focal point? Then we might not want to cover it too much. Or is the window something that's like, it's fine, but we could dress this up a bit. We could make it look bigger. We could make it look taller. We could cover up some of the like mid trim that surrounds it or lack of trim. A lot of time when we're looking at like basic ass indoor residential windows like this, putting some drapes on there can play up the beauty and enhance the space. Or you might be using drapes just to like add something cozy, a textile to your room if it's feeling very cold and bare in your room. And then if you have like a really beautiful window that is a work of art, kind of like this Reddit poster has, you might want to just let that window shine, leave it bare, baby, raw dog it. Sorry, I said that. And then there's some windows that can totally go either way. A lot of bay windows can kind of go either way. I think they can be played up often with drapes. They also can be left bare. They're kind of like a sight on their own, and it depends a little bit on like the framing and the wall and what's going on there. These are the things I would consider. For you, my dear, I would say you don't need drapes there. If you want to bring in warmth and textiles in your space to warm up that industrial vibe, you can do that elsewhere. I would like to see a rug on that floor. Let's start with that, okay? Thank you. Some art on the walls, we'll start warming it up. Don't block the windows, they're the best thing. And I'm sorry if I steered you wrong here. Or one of my colleagues. I bet it was someone else. It probably wasn't me. Not my fault. Yow! All right, this one was posted in the home decorating subreddit, and the Redditor just shared some lovely mock-ups for their space and says, any suggestions before I go shopping? Love. Let's see what we got. We got a cute little like gray-green, gray-blue couch, green rug, neutral like cream-colored side table, coffee table, accent chair, cream, green, neutral art. Love it. White breakfast nook, white dining chair, neutral table, wood/neutral bookshelf, white poof, wood neutral TV cabinet, wood neutral shoe rack, wood neutral console, mirror, green bottles as accent. Great. You know what I think? I think that's a lot of green and white and neutral, and that's plenty. And I see this a lot in people's spaces. They have maybe a design plan ready, some things picked out, or they've got stuff in their home already, and it's very cohesive, like nothing is offensive, and they're wondering why it doesn't feel more chic. Let me tell you why. It's because it's a lot of blue and it's a lot of green. For whatever reason, those are the colors people are most comfortable putting into their spaces, and people are very scared to like throw a red in there, throw a warm color in there. I would say I personally prefer warm colors, but even if you don't prefer them, throwing in a piece or two as an accent is going to make your space so much cooler. Let's slap it with a red frame. What's that? My own hallway? Yeah, I'll use it as an example. It's good. What's that? My own staircase? Yeah, look at it. It's good. If you're not watching my home decorating series on my channel as I decorate my Victorian townhouse, what you doing? So my notes for this Redditor is that like, yes, everything is cohesive, everything matches, and there's no soul. Let's give it a soul by throwing in like one or two unexpected pieces in each room. It can be a simple accessory. It can be something you can move around. Don't make it green and don't make it blue and don't make it any more white boucle, or I'm gonna come over there and I'm gonna spank you. Okay, throw in something unexpected. And when it's smaller and it's an accent piece, it's not that high risk. You can move it around, okay? We have to dream big here. We have to be bold. We have to be brave. We have to decorate with more than just green and blue. And we can do it. We are strong. Great. I don't have anything more to say, I don't think. Wow, this was a fun video. I was pretty rude about a lot of stuff. I don't know how you feel about that, but I had a fun time. Thank you to these Redditors for sharing their spaces. Some of them were crazy, but some of them were very relatable, and some of them were crazy. Don't let AI tell you that you need to cover your historic exposed wood beams and LED lights. Just don't. Don't let it tell you that. I would say anytime AI tells you that, just know it's wrong. Everyone else, you did a great job. If you want to see some decorating live in action, if you want to be rude at me, watch me make mistakes, you're welcome to. Come into my home. I have a home decorating series where we're decorating my historic home. Me, my boyfriend, fiance, and my cat. It's a great time. I'll see you there.
Okay, let's get some thumbnails.
I just want to look exasperated. Sweaty.